It's a goal! Hello and welcome to the channel. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Why you fuck off? Right, hello. So here we are. This is a daily update. Heading down to Skeoch Roundabout. They've been tarring the road, so we'll have a look and see. I don't think they'll be working at the moment, unless they are. They might be. They were tarring it in sort of evening hours. So one thing I have been doing is, and I've noticed, is that this is the sort of thing you do notice. So if you notice potholes appearing more and more frequently, probably think, well, obviously after the winter, get a lot of frost, and potholes appear, usually about May. And you think, God, and it's because they're just sort of getting round to fixing them and all the rest of it. So what I'm noticing a lot now is like that building there. Now I'm not gonna spend too much time going on about this. Like, that's Bannockburn High School. I've started, so I'll finish. Fucking hell, it's difficult getting the the adjustment right when you're in full. So you have to kind of do it. You have to do it right there and then zoom it in. Now I made a mistake. Well, I did a wee video. I'm going to put it on, and it's about the state of the building. So it's not a big deal, but it potentially is a big deal, right? So it's about, and the gutters, right, are really bad, because obviously that's what my trade was a roof. I was a roof. Well, I'm a roofer, but I don't do it anymore. That's what my trade was. I could say it is, but I'm probably well out of touch with it. Although I still understand a lot of the basics. Health and safety would be something that's come on leaps and bounds since I was involved with that, and that's actually pertinent to what I'm about to talk about, and that's all the gutters are full of trees and grass and actual trees growing in the gutters in the Bannockburn High School. And you notice that if you look around council, see housing association houses, so these sort of like the same as potholes sort of appear quickly. So obviously when you come into spring and summer, these plants grow up very fast. I was going to say fast rate of knots. Is that appropriate? I think so. It's like is that more of a? Don't see anybody there. A wee quick picture. Trucks. Yeah. Well, I'm missing all these trucks. Right. So the gutters, buildings in Bannockburn High School, as an example, are growing. So you say, oh, what are you moaning about that for? So what? Well, it's because it's so easy to fix. And yet, it's so easy to fix. This is a better light one because it's not a rotten. Well, maybe it is a bit rotten. But we'll take it because it's not completely rotten. When the idea is just pick up a bit of wood every now and again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now you're going to wait to take the whole forest home. Right, so back in the day, years ago, somebody would have been on that. It would have been some janitor guy or something would have went up and picked. Well, not necessarily. I mean, there's health and safety. But I was going to say, all you need is a ladder. But in that Bannockburn High School's got it's got a system there. You can see it. I thought about it after I made the first video because I didn't mention it. It's got like a rail thing. What do you call it? Like a thing you get it goes up, and you're closed in. You climb up, and then you obviously need to attach safety, going by the book, safety harness, and you attach it to some rail or something. It might have that, I don't know, on the roof. That's for maintenance, and that would be for clearing. All you need is just a bag or a bucket or something, and put the weeds, you know, a shovel, dustpan and brush, chuck them in a bag, and lower them down to the ground. That's what you do. But they're not doing that. Why? Well, it's a bigger sort of conversation, really. It's a bigger topic, really, than anything. Is that it's about our infrastructure, how it's been neglected, and it's the topic. I could bring this on to politics. Well, it is obviously connected to politics. So Keir Starmer is a type of plonker that fought his way to power, and everything that he ever decides or ever does or ever claims to do or stands for is all done for very short-term political gains. Therefore, pretty much everything he does is for short-term gains. So everything politicians do is for short-term gains. I'm using him as an example because he's become Prime Minister, and it seems like nobody really likes him. You know, and the thing with the guy chucking him out of the pub, there's a brilliant video. You're not getting in my pub. Get out of my pub. And that is brilliant, because that guy, I would imagine. Now, I was not really up on this at the time, or I did get told about it, and I apologise if I didn't realise. But he got Corbyn, he muscled him out. Starmer did, Jeremy Corbyn. And Jeremy Corbyn is probably relatively popular. He's a socialist, of course. There's that sort of thing as well. But the reality is, the people should be able to choose, and they're not getting to choose. So the reason that these gutters are not getting cleaned is because they don't have the money. Why do they not have the money? Well, they do have the money, it's just that they're choosing not to spend it on cleaning the gutters in that school. And there's not really an argument against that. How can you argue against that? Can you say that they are? Or that they're not bothered? Or can you say that trees don't matter in gutters? So obviously, if you don't clean your gutters in your school, the water can build up and seep into the building, can damage the walls, cause dampness. It's a whole range. You don't really need me to explain all that. I mean, it's fairly obvious. So that is indicative of how corrupt our political system is, where everything's done for short-term gains. Everything, all to get people to stay in power. So the systems went like that. And the people play that system. They have to survive in that system. So Keir Starmer's had to behave the way he behaves to be in the system. You know, and I don't think he's actually a person. I think he's a corporate body. He's probably registered. Well, he'll be registered and done in Brad Street. And so that's what's gone wrong. So right. So what does this say? Route currently closed. Please follow diversions. That's recent. That wasn't up there. No, it's been like that for a while, because there was obviously it's getting worse now. Obviously, I could lose my hat going down there. I mean, that's been like that for. There's another example. You know, walk. There's a tree fell down halfway along it, and I think there's a bit of a wall broke or something. Are they fixed it? No. Are they gonna? No. So that walk there is eventually gonna not be. Well, it isn't a walk anymore. So you can't avail yourself of the opportunity to walk along it. You have to use that one instead. You know, and someone will fall down there. Guess what? So the thing is, they have got the money, you know, to spend, but they choose not to spend it because they write money. They print money, so they can. So if it's to save their banking buddies, right, they are working there. They are working there. It's bright there, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. I think we'll just go the usual. Right. The problem with this walk is we'll end up getting slightly wet. Yeah. It could be a bit of an issue. Could be a bit of an issue. So that's what's happening. I mean, it's like, you could say I'm moaning, I've got a tinfoil hat or something, but, well, if we can't look after the building for our children. You know, so they'll come away with a whole load of stuff, nonsense, but they're not dealing with the basics. Is my issue, right? That's my issue. They're not dealing with the basics. Right, that's some sticks. Fire. They're not dealing with the basics. Corruption. That's what it is. Public money gets spent on the wrong things. You know, so, I mean, Stammer's just a puppet anyway. They'll get rid of him and put somebody else in his place. Could be somebody worse. Like that daft woman. There's a video by Jordan Peterson I've seen this one, I haven't watched it yet. It's comparing feminism with psychopathy. And that's brilliant. I seen that, I thought, wow, I need to watch that, I'll do that later. So we're going to go up here. Oh yeah, freaking Raj. Let's have another moan. I'm going to moan about a woman. Yesterday, the topic of Imam Khalif came up, and this guy that I know, we're at Carbootso. So what happens at Falkirk Stadium is we go there early in the morning, and usually we'll end up chatting about all sorts of things. There's a cohort of us that stand around talking about stuff, and before you know where you are, it's time to start. You know, so basically, standing around. Now I just seriously decided I don't like this one. I've had trouble, but it's getting an insight into what people are like. So she believes that Imam Khalif has a penis and is a man, and that's what they believe. And because I didn't really want to start, because I'm trying to be more, what do you call it? I'm trying to sort of get on with people at a car boot sales environment. I don't want to go out there for political arguments, really. So, because I was trying, conciliatory, yeah, that's the word I was trying to find. Because I was being conciliatory. I didn't really tackle her, but the reality is the chances of Imam Khalif having a penis and being a man are really fucking zero, because she comes from an Islamic country and they don't have that. Well, they do have it, but not in the same way that we have it. You know, in the US or UK, they do actually have transgenders in Islamic countries, but they don't. It's pretty more clearly defined, and it varies, of course, from country to country. So, right, there doesn't seem to be much people around here. It varies. So, yes, canteen transport. Yeah, right. Are we zoomed in enough? We were a bit too close there. So, I think really what it is with that lady I'm talking about is that she read it in the Daily Mail. So you can criticise the Daily Mail all you like, but really they're the same as any other news organisation, inverted commas. You know, Baker Decor Limited. Cool, right. Do me a cake as well. And so, cool way of driving there with a sort of hand like that, yeah. Basically, it annoyed me because, but it's not an uncommon view that she's got, that women, like men, can I go now? I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to turn it over. See what it says on the other side? Stop! It says fucking stop! Wow! Better turn it back over again. Why? There's a cone. I'm going to take a picture of this. Right. Right. Hey! Truck spotting! Truck spotting! Truck spotting. Look! Alright, you've had your fun. Time to move on. Right, so they want to keep women out of they want to keep men out of women's sport. And it's like, wait a minute, you know, is this thing too bright today or something? It seems to be. Something makes up. It seems to be. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to get off of here actually, it's quite dangerous. There's a Mitsubishi Shogun. We're keeping. So the whole fundamental thing to me is just strange. It's all strange. So you're actually fighting back. It's a type of feminism. So they actually excluded an actual woman. That's how keen they are to fight. So that's what's actually happened. And she wasn't listening to me at all. She wasn't going to listen. So try and make on. There's a tin. You can get that tin. Cleaning up the streets. Cleaning the streets. Those idiots. So, oh, it's nice and quiet now. Well, it would be. It would be if his trucks weren't coming. I left it too late. Somebody peeping. That truck, is that the truck that was parked over there? Right. There's the truckers coming. Can't time transport, two of them. So it just annoyed me just how dumb, you know, it's like, it's an anti-man agenda. Oh dear, don't want to land up in there. No, you don't. Are you alright in the back? You say, aye, well you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be uncomfortable in a tight space. And it's designed to give you a bad day. I haven't been in one, so you never know, I could land up in one, but it's just one of these things, you try and avoid that, but I could get a lot. So they're dumping their tar over there, I suppose that's alright, isn't it? Right. Time to get moving. Oh, there's still guys in there, I can hear them. I'm not sure whether to go over that side or go round this side. Probably. What were you planning on doing? Go around this side, it's easier because of the cones. There's a bus. There's a truck coming back there, but aye. Let's not hang a bit too long. Ramp. Oh yeah. I'm just going past. You getting on alright? Alright, so we'll get up over here. Oh, the smell of tar's alright. This guy hard at work, you know. Don't annoy people when they're working, really. You don't. I wasn't sure if I should really be in there because it was like a So obviously they are sort of finishing up. It looks like the bulk of it's been done. You know, I would say. So it seems like there's a digger turned up. Well, I'll have a quick look over here and then we'll get going. Walk over this side. So, what I did want to do was walk up here, and so right, yeah, we'll get away out here because there's a traffic cone. We'll get away over there actually, that's quite a good place to stand. Hey! Let's cross it over! I'm gonna need to get... I haven't had my breakfast yet actually. So I need to get going. So you can see it looks like when did they come in and do the lines, doing the line marking? Is that guy just like tidying up and finishing off the edges and stuff? Is that what he's doing? Or maybe fixing mistakes or something? Probably. Right. I could have done an Arctic truck before I go, but maybe not going to get one. Might not get one. So you don't want to be a dickhead to people, because at the end of the day, you know, workers are people when they know they don't like it if you're a dickhead. So I don't want to be horrible to them and say like got filming them when like close up or something. I think that's rude. I suppose if I was going for views I would do that, but then I wouldn't care about what MD thinks or anything like that. You know. But there's a truck. Yeah, that'd be a handy thing. Right, so one of the things I need to do, probably not today, is get the Granada going. Yeah, so there's the workers there, let's see them. We need to get we can get away from somebody. Well, I'm not waving at them, I don't want to distract them too much. Oh, burn in hell, Tesla! Burn in hell! Burn in hell! No trucks. Arctics. Doesn't seem that busy. Stirling electrician. Come and wire my plugs. I'm only good at taking plugs apart. that's what my strong points are, destroying and destruction. That's how the video with smashing up the logs went so well. So where was I? Let's get going, we'll get back up to where we started, and then I'm going away from breakfast. Yeah, so it's like back in the day. So I've got this really weird sort of thought I was thinking this morning about going. I mean, it's too late for me. It's too late for me as an individual. I mean, look at me. I mean, I wouldn't be allowed to be the person I have become. But the reason I've become the person that I've become is because of other factors and surroundings. Which brings me on to hormones. The sort of problems that people have, men and women alike, are driven by the genetic drive, or hormones. You know, sex. And that's what causes so many problems, because that's why in society, I'm going to say we're constrained, because you're still constrained, but in a more traditional conservative society, there's specific roles for women, specific roles for men. And you know, it seems like that's actually better. That's what I think now that I'm older. So I've become more conservative, small c conservative. So I think that would be the way to I can't believe I'm saying that. I think that would be the way to go. Is it too late? I don't think so. I could go back. But then you start thinking about the Nazis, right? So that was like extreme. I mean, they murdered people. Well, everybody murders people. Tony Blair murdered David Kelly, you know. Maybe not personally, but they all murder people. People die. But I think the atrocities in the Second World War are sort of different kettle of fish altogether, but they were very conservative. You know, women had precise roles and so did men. And they had to follow them. They got strung up from piano wire. So, you know, horrible deaths. Cruelty and barbarism was quite exceptional. As in, exceptional as in, I didn't mean good, I meant, maybe I used that word wrong. Okay, now this is exhausting. Fuck it. Oh. So, let's get on to, quickly, the lady on GB News this morning, who is a victim. I need to look her up. O'Brien? Was it Katie O'Brien? She'd been abused by her ex, and somehow the data protection systems had failed her. So she was on GB News. Somebody gave her address out. So her ex was able to carry on some kind of unhelpful behaviour towards her. So I'm very cynical of that lady. I think I'll try and look her name up so I get her name right, because I think it's Katie O'Brien. It was definitely O'Brien. So she looked to me like a professional victim. She's a woman, attractive woman. She looked, I mean, her last name's Irish, but she does look like your typical British female, as in she's sort of like white skin and, you know, kind of almost ginger sort of hair. And as an example of a human being, I would say she's probably quite pathetic, and I'll caveat that with myself. I admit I'm pathetic, right? So I'm not doing it in a kind of sort of way. You're pathetic and I'm not. And I think, well, the reason is that a woman like her, an attractive woman in her 30s, should be looking after children. This is back to conservative ideology that I'm talking about. And she's not. She's campaigning. Well, you see, it always seems to be a predilection? What's the word? Predication towards men being the assailants. And what I don't realise when I keep bringing out legislation is it can be used against them. That would be the misogyny. Is that connected to that story about extreme misogyny that the Labour government's planning and introducing? I'm just going to put sunglasses on to try and look more cool. Oh, I can't see because they're all gummed up, and because of the exercise. And I'm sorry you're a bit too close. It's just that I could probably adjust it actually. No, that'd be worse. You need to be further away, wouldn't you? How does that work? I think you're as far away as possible is what you are at the moment. So basically, extremist misogyny. So all the women, it was all women that was on GB News this morning. It was for the most part it was. I think there was a guy came on, a sports pundit, and he was just talking about, he doesn't really get into these subjects. Obviously he knows better, doesn't he? And we'll go this way and look at the cars, and we'll walk past it. And then we're going to end. We're going to have to go in a minute. So he didn't say much about it. So we've got these women, and basically all they're really doing is moaning about men. But they're not recognising that they can also, they could be, you know, it's unlikely, I mean, because the system is, we've got 3-tier policing, which is what I was talking about. It's unlikely the police would prosecute a woman for misogyny, but I think it's highly credible and possible that could happen. And it should happen, because it should be, you know, the laws should be fair, not unfair. You know, which is what they seem to be. They seem to be unfair, and so that's why they call it 2-tier policing. I think it's probably 3-tier policing. You know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk to the edge, around the other side, and that's what I'm going to do. So, so it's a kind of 3-tier thing, where so they're just fanning around with that stuff. They shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be messing about with stuff. They should be doing the job, which is just running the country, looking after the country, and they're not doing that. You know, so it's kind of, they're going to introduce, it's like the Scottish Government was doing all that. I hate these fucking things. I wouldn't let my kids in on them or my grandchildren, but I don't have any say over my grandchildren, so that was electric as well. So they need to get out there, and what I'm trying to say is if that woman was at home looking after bairns, being a proper human being, and then that would help our civilization to continue. But instead, she's going on the news moaning about fucking shite and crap. That's what she's doing. It's just like, not. So you see where I'm coming from with that? But I know it's all pretty much a waste of time going on about it, because that horse was left stable, and you know, I think it's probably a waste of time going on about it. Really, we're wasting our time. We wasted it. It's not going to work. And I'm going to go up here and end the video. So they're just campaigning. There's got to be some kind of, I think it looks like a massive spot that eventually bursts. You know, surely it's got to be like that. You know, where, how can it keep going like that? How can we keep functioning with, oh, there's the rabbit holes, look. Those are rabbits. How can our society continue like that? How? It can't, can it? It really can't. I'll just have a look from up here. It can't. British Gas. They need to get out there. So my advice to you women is, so what's the point? The men don't want that to do with you now because it's too much hassle. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? My advice would be find a man, have children. And look at it's all, and that's another topic. It's all geared up against you, isn't it? To survive. Can't afford to buy a house. Can't afford to rent a house. Can't afford all that shit. It's all, everything's geared up against all of us. It's easier for me because I'm semi-retarded. So, Thanks for watching that video. Please like, share, subscribe. Bye!